Hello. A big area of high pressure is sitting across Western Europe. You can tell where it is at the moment by basically looking at our satellite picture. It's this bigger, clearer slot here. Still quite active though to the south with an area of low pressure across northern Africa, and we're expecting this feature in the centre of the Med to deepen quite significantly on Wednesday. Some heavy rain pulling away from Sicily but running across southern Italy and increasingly into Greece. So a quite mixed picture really when we look at Europe as a whole. Improving in the far southeast with a front pulling away from Cyprus and Turkey, increasingly wet and windy for Greece and southern Italy on Wednesday. Strong winds through the Strait of Gibraltar affecting southern Spain and southern Portugal. Some pretty choppy seas here as well, but further north a lot of sunshine and lighter winds. Some slightly more stubborn cloud though for northern France, Germany and the Low Countries on Wednesday, and that area of cloud, if anything, looks like it'll stay quite coherent as it drifts further eastwards on Thursday. Not a lot in the way of rainfall around, though certainly across Western Europe in the coming days, and the sunshine now getting a little bit of strength at this time of year. We should see the temperatures, I think, creeping up in many spots day on day through until at least the early part of the weekend. 19 degrees there in Paris on Saturday. Further east, and we will also benefit, I think, from increasing amounts of sunshine later on in the week. Hello, time for our weather update across North America, and it's actually a pretty quiet weather picture at the moment, thanks to a big area of high pressure dominating much of the continent. This area of low pressure is now pulling out into the Atlantic. This feature here coming into the northwest looks like it will continue to weaken in the next 24 hours. But we are keeping a close eye on this low out in the Pacific for the threat of some heavy rain for Southern California later in the week and some heavy snow as it then transfers that low across the Rockies and into the plains. But for Tuesday, as promised, a lot of fine weather thanks to high pressure. Across western Canada, just a little snowfall on the northern flank of that weaker area of low pressure feeding into southern British Columbia and Alberta. Rain as we get closer to the coast for Vancouver. Some thicker cloud at this stage affecting San Francisco, sunshine in Los Angeles. But as our next area of low pressure starts to approach, we will see some more meaningful rain arriving for Wednesday and Thursday. Further east, temperatures are continuing to struggle somewhat on Tuesday thanks to a northwesterly airflow, so around freezing in Montreal, but the weather system pulling offshore will allow more in the way of sunshine through some thicker cloud across Georgia, trailing down into the south, but again that all tending to pull away in the next 24 to 48 hours, and once that weather system is through, we'll start to see our temperatures responding accordingly. Hello, South and Central America for this look at the world weather. And let's start with our satellite picture. And just a quick reminder of Cyclone Iba. Very unusual to see a cyclone in these latitudes. Now pulling offshore though, the prospects in the Rio de Janeiro region and generally across southern Brazil are looking clearer for the coming days. Quite chilly to the south of the continent, but a lot of sunshine across Chile and southern Argentina. Further north, and the showers are still looking pretty plentiful. Again, the north coast of Brazil, a real target area for some of the heavier downpours. Also rather more mixed through the east coast in the coming days, but there's Rio with some sunshine on Tuesday. Patchy cloud around through the River Plate region on the tail end of a weather front, just 21 with rather overcast skies in Buenos Aires, a little cooler than it should be at this time of year. The temperatures do start to lift though as we look further ahead, but it looks like we'll see some rain again by Friday and Saturday. Moving further north to Central America, some isolated showers for Mexico, perhaps the odd heavier downpour across Costa Rica, but the wettest weather in this part of the world in the coming days will sit further east across the Bahamas, Haiti, the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, Cuba and Jamaica on the tail end of a weather system pulling away from the eastern seaboard of the USA. Still a lot of sunshine around, but I think we'll continue with some showers for Havana for Thursday and Friday. And the Middle East are our target areas for this world weather update. And we start with a look at our satellite picture. Quite a punchy system at the moment rolling across the Middle East. Further south, finally a more sustained period of drier weather across Mozambique and Malawi. And it looks like that will be the case for the next few days too. Not entirely dry, but losing the more potent and relentless of the downpours. Pretty mobile further north though, with a weather front sitting across northern Morocco, Algeria and Tunisia. Some pretty heavy falls of rain possible in some spots here. As we take a look at our outlook for the coming days, we've still got a lot of heat in the forecast for South Africa. It does though look like that will start to break for Cape Town, certainly by the time we get to the weekend. Further north, showers for Casablanca, but more sunshine to come for Khartoum and increasingly so I think in Lusaka. For the Middle East, a clearer picture by Wednesday as that frontal system starts to pull away, but still on the tail end of it, some showers for Syria and temperatures below average. Some pretty wet weather for northern Iraq and Iran too. Lots of sunshine across Saudi Arabia, however, and light winds, so we shouldn't really see too many visibility problems in this part of the world. And of course, in terms of the temperatures, we continue with fairly steady highs in the high 20s to the low 30s. Hello. We have something of a heat wave at the moment across central and southern India. Temperatures by day 2 or 3 degrees above average for this time of year. Further north, the temperatures are lagging behind a little. There's more cloud around and it's a more unsettled picture. And we'll see some heavier rain out of this cloud again, targeting the northeast in the next 24 to 48 hours, particularly for Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, parts of West Bengal, and that rain also affecting Bangladesh. Some heavier showers through the west coast too. The temperatures to the north though will gradually start to lift in the coming days as that cloud thins out. Heading further north now, still some sunshine across northern Kazakhstan, but further south we get wrapped up in a weather system that's already brought some heavy rain into Iraq and Iran, and we're looking at some pretty squally showers, some heavier, more persistent outbreaks of rain out of that for Wednesday. Pakistan still seeing plenty of sunshine as we move further south. However, a closer look at those showers across western India. Sunshine for the Maldives and for Sri Lanka, for much of peninsular India in fact, but those showers in the northeast rather concentrated. Here's your outlook for the coming days. A lot of fine weather for Mumbai, for Dhaka and Islamabad. Colombo, though, still with a chance of some showers on and off in the next few days. Bit of a washout for Tashkent, I think, until we get to Saturday, and then the sunshine and some warmth will return. Hello, time for a closer look at the forecast for Asia and Australasia in the coming days. Start with a look at our satellite picture, which still shows a lot of shower clouds streaming across Indonesia, with more heavy showers in the forecast here for the next few days. We're also picking up some heavier downpours now across northern and central Vietnam. Further north, a lot of sunshine to come for Beijing and around the Yellow Sea in general in the coming days, and very mild at 20 degrees in Beijing on Wednesday. Some heavier rain for central China, some quite persistent cloud further south. Some of the showers also pushing out of northern Vietnam towards Laos and Cambodia, but the heaviest downpours I think will continue to target Indonesia and perhaps the southernmost Philippines. Temperatures going up and down a little bit across Japan in the coming days as we see some weak weather systems getting close by, but lots of sunshine there for Osaka. The remnants of Trevor continue to bring the threat of downpours of very heavy rain for Queensland through the next few days, so flooding certainly a possibility. That system also trailing all the way through to the east coast, just to the north of Brisbane there, kind of getting wound up with this weather front that's pushing across New Zealand for the next 24 to 48 hours, which is also bringing heavy rain to areas in its path. For Wellington, it's basically one day on, one day off with the rain as we look at our 5-day outlook.